Top 10 Knockouts of UFC History. UFC is famous for the quality of entertainment it provides for its audience. The mixed martial arts competition puts you on the edge of your seat every time whenever you watch the opponents fighting each other furiously. The most amazing part of UFC events is that you just can't predict the result in advance, as one just needs to have one lucky shot to dominate the other before flipping the entire result into one's favor. In today's video, we are going to talk about the top 10 knockouts of UFC history that left the viewers jaw-dropped and are considered one of the best knockouts of all time. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Number 1. Dan Henderson vs. Michael Bisping. At UFC 100 event in July 2009, two best middleweight fighters, Dan Henderson, the middleweight and welterweight champion, faced Michael Bisping, the former Cage Rage light heavyweight champion. The two made an amazing contest which later on became the knockout of the year. Despite being considered fearless like hell, Bisping entered this contest like an underdog against Henderson. Bisping held Dan off the mark in the first round, but in the second round, Henderson found his best range and took Bisping with one of the most brutal right hooks in UFC history, crashing him down to the canvas fully unconscious. This victory against Bisping was undeniably one of the best finishes of 2009 UFC 100. Number 2. Dustin Poirier vs. Bobby Green. Inside the Forum Inglewood, California at UFC 199 event held on June 4, 2016, the former interim UFC champion Dustin Poirier, popularly known as the Diamond, defeated Bobby Green. Dustin came to this bout with great domination of a pair of straight knockouts. Though Bobby wasn't an easy opponent to compete with, his injuries left Poirier looking better than him. Poirier connected from the very start, landing massive left punches to his opponent. Green managed to survive a bit, but Poirier kept connecting. Soon this was too much for Bobby, and after a huge overhang from Poirier, he finally faced the mat, unable to get back up. Number 3. Conor McGregor vs. Aldo. Imagine who would it be feeling when you have a 10 years record of being undefeated and suddenly your opponent takes you down in less than 15 seconds. That's exactly what happened to Jones Aldo in 2015 UFC 194 mixed martial arts event in Las Vegas. All Conor needed was that perfect left-hand punch to Aldo's face, who was on his way to land a left hook on Conor, but before he could make the perfect contact, Conor succeeded to take him down to the canvas by his only punch of the bout that made him the new champion of the featherweight division. Number 4. Scott Smith vs. Pete Sell. The UFC TUF 4 finale was one of the wildest knockouts of all time. Scott, officially known as Hands of Steel, bounced back from a disaster against Matt Stewart teammate Pete Sell following a dramatic victory in this contest. Both were seemingly opposite but possessed a surefire knockout power. Sell visibly dominated the fight from the beginning and made Smith hold back with a shot to the sternum. With his back and chest clenched into the cage, Smith hit one punch right to Sell's jaw when he sensed the New Yorker rushing in with his defenses down. His presence of mind worked best for him that moment, and that one punch dropped Sell, immediately leaving the referee to halt the bout in Smith's favor. Number 5. Mirko vs. Gabriel Gonzaga. On April 11, 2005, UFC Fight Night 64 in Poland is considered Mirko's brutal revenge against Gabriel's victory, which he made against Mirko 8 years before this event. When they entered the octagon, Gonzaga tried to make this fight on his terms midway through the first round by pushing forward with his punches and leaving Pro barely engaged. He secured his dominance a little over 2 rounds, but got careless and paid the price by eating Pro Crop's elbow. While trying to regain himself back, he was still defense weak, and Crow Cop continuously elbow rainbow, taking full advantage of his opponent's weakness and leaving Gonzaga unable to answer. Number 6. Derrick Lewis vs. Curtis Blaydes. In an event of UFC Vegas 19 Full Fight Night in Las Vegas, Derrick claimed a wonderful victory over Blaydes in a second-round knockout. The Black Beast countered the takedown attempt from Blaydes in the opening of the first round. Blaydes kept striking, landing elbows in heavy leather. But in the second round, Blaydes' other attempt was met by a beautiful uppercut from Derrick, making the knockout later mark a quick victory over Blaydes. Number 7. Conor McGregor vs. Darius Sivir. Conor is famous as an early round finisher. He's the first person in UFC to have finished over 3 different weight classes: featherweight, lightweight, welterweight. His 116 seconds round finish against Sivir was undoubtedly one of the best early rounds knockouts, which he made in UFC Fight 959 on June 18, 2015 in Boston. The exceptional mixed martial arts Irish talent utilized his unleashed strikes from a variety of angles against Sivir, which after several minutes left Sivir's face bloodied and swollen. Sivir tried bravely to regain himself, but soon McGregor mounted Sivir with a load of punches and elbows, forcing the referee to announce the inevitable finish in Conor's favor. Number 8. Vitor Belfort vs Wanderlei Silva. Back in 1998 at UFC's first event held in Brazil, called UFC Ultimate Brazil Middleweight, the rising young talent Belfort held a submissive victory over Silva in just 44 seconds. He blasted Silva with multiple lefts and rights and knocked the future Pride legend out even before he could hit his prime. Number 9. Edson Barboza vs Terry Edson. We cannot justify with our top 10 KO list without mentioning the spectacular UFC 142 bout, in which Barboza became the first spinning wheel kick executor in UFC. On his Brit opponent Adam, Barboza exhibited several beautiful pieces of leg work. Adam showed up aggressively from the very start of the contest with so many punches and jabs over Barboza that could never make clear contact to take Barboza down. Barboza bounced back with a combination of kicks and punches and registered winning scores on the scorecards at the end of the first round. In the second round, Adam attempted some of his shots along with a really good effort of taking Barboza down, but Barboza returned even stronger, landing some of the unanswerable flying legs of his own, which made Edson retreat. Finally, Barboza landed that stunning spinning wheel kick with his right heel on Adam's jaw that made him unconscious. Number 10. Lyoto Machida vs Rashad events. On 23rd May 2009 at UFC 98 Mixed Martial Arts event, the world witnessed Brazilian Lyoto, professionally known as Dragon, competing against newly crowned Rashad events. The two undefeated fighters who battled for the light heavyweight title, Lyoto showed dominance against Rashad aggressively from the very beginning. Evans tried his best to come hard against Lyoto and to respond, but Machida left no room for him and kept landing his punches, knocking Rashad out in the second round. So guys, these were some of the most astonishing knockout events in UFC history for today's video. We will surely come up with another great episode of UFC's unprecedented fights and events shortly. Till then, hit like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and don't forget to save us by the bell.